got a better idea. We'll page you.
Total sound sensation. Get yourself wired for sound with the Telmac Walkabout Stereo cassette player.
The 1980s in the USA were a time of big hair, neon colors, and exciting new technologies. But many things from that era have vanished from our daily lives. So do you remember those days when you headed to the video rental store to pick out the latest movie on a VHS tape? Or the convenience of using payphones to make calls while out and about? We used to record our favorite songs from the radio onto cassette tapes and watch network TV shows at specific times. Smoking on airplanes was once allowed, and pagers were how we stayed connected before cell phones took over. And who could forget the struggle of carrying physical maps or printing directions before GPS? So join us as we take a trip down memory lane to explore 20 things of the 1980s we can no longer do. Number 1. Going to video rental stores. In the 80s, going to video rental stores was a big part of people's entertainment routine. These stores were filled with rows of VHS tapes showcasing the latest movies and TV shows. Families and friends would browse the shelves, selecting their favorite films to rent for a movie night. However, with the rise of streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime Video, the era of video rental stores has primarily ended. Now, instead of heading out to a store, people can stream movies and TV shows directly from their devices at home. This shift in technology and consumer behavior has made video rental stores obsolete, as the convenience and accessibility of streaming services offer a more comprehensive selection and instant gratification without the need to visit a store physically. Number 2. Using payphones. Back then, payphones were common on city streets and public places. People relied on them to make phone calls while away from home or the office. Nevertheless, the need for payphones has dramatically declined with the advent of cell phones. Nowadays, almost everyone carries a cell phone, making it easy to stay connected wherever they go. As a result, public payphones have become obsolete and are rarely seen anymore. Many payphone booths have been removed or repurposed into other things like advertising kiosk or Wi-Fi hotspots. The convenience and accessibility of cell phones have rendered payphones unnecessary, leading to their decline. While there may still be a few scattered around, the days of depending on payphones for communications are long gone, replaced by the convenience of mobile devices that fit into our pockets. Payphones have become a memory, but do you remember how music lovers recorded songs from the radio onto cassette tapes? Number 3. Recording songs from the radio onto cassette tapes. Recording songs from the radio onto cassette tapes was a popular way for music lovers to create mixtapes. People would eagerly wait for their favorite songs to come on the radio, then quickly hit that record button on their cassette player to capture the music. This practice has become obsolete with digital music and streaming services. Nowadays, music enthusiasts have access to vast libraries of songs through platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. With just a few clicks, they can create playlists tailored to their preferences without using cassette tapes or radio recordings. The convenience and accessibility of digital music have rendered the practice of recording songs to the radio a nostalgic relic of the past. While some may fondly remember the thrill of curating their mixtapes, the ease of streaming has transformed how we consume and share music in the modern age. Number 4. Watching network TV for specific showtimes. In the 80s, watching network TV for specific showtimes was common. Families and individuals would gather around their television sets at a designated time to catch their favorite shows as they aired. Nevertheless, this practice has become less familiar with the rise of on-demand streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, and Disney+. Nowadays, people can watch their favorite shows whenever they want without being constrained by network schedules. Streaming platforms offer entire seasons of shows at once, allowing viewers to binge watch at their own pace. Additionally, services like DVR have made it possible to record and watch shows later, reducing the need to adhere to specific broadcast times. Consequently, the traditional model of network TV scheduling has mainly been supplanted by the convenience and flexibility of on-demand streaming, changing how we consume television in the modern era. But how is the practice of smoking on airplanes considered then and now? Number 5. Smoking on airplanes. Back then, smoking on airplanes was a common practice, with designated smoking sections on many flights. However, due to growing awareness of health risk associated with secondhand smoke and the desire for cleaner air in aircraft cabins, smoking on airplanes has been banned on both domestic and international flights. The ban on in-flight smoking was gradually implemented throughout the 1990s and early 2000s, with many airlines adopting smoke-free policies to protect the health and comfort of passengers and crew. Today, smoking on airplanes is strictly prohibited by aviation regulations around the world. Passengers who violate the smoking ban may face fines or even criminal charges. As a result, the experience of flying has become much more pleasant for non-smokers, who no longer have to endure the discomfort and health hazards of being exposed to secondhand smoke during air travel. Number 6. Using a pager. Pagers were widespread communication, especially for professionals who needed to stay connected while on the go. Pagers, or beepers, were small devices that could receive numeric messages or phone numbers, prompting the user to call back. They were commonly used by doctors, emergency personnel, and business professionals who needed to always be reachable. However, with the widespread adoption of cell phones in the 1990s and early 2000s, the use of pagers declined significantly. Cell phones offer more functionality, allowing users to make calls, send text messages, and receive notifications. Additionally, advancements in mobile technology made it possible for cell phones to provide more reliable and instant communication compared to pagers. Now, pagers have primarily become obsolete, replaced by the convenience and versatility of cell phones for staying connected while on the move. With the memories of pagers still in our hearts, who could forget playing arcade games at the mall, serving as a nostalgic memory for many? Number 7. Playing arcade games at the mall. In the 80s, playing arcade games at the mall was famous for many people, especially teenagers and young adults. Arcades were filled with rows of colorful and noisy machines, offering a variety of games from classics like Pac-Man and Space Invaders to newer titles like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. Nonetheless, the prevalence of arcades has significantly declined since their heyday in the 1980s. One reason for this decline is the rise of home gaming consoles, such as the Nintendo Entertainment System and later PlayStation and Xbox series. These consoles brought arcade-quality gaming experiences into people's homes, making it less necessary to visit arcades. Additionally, the increasing popularity of online and mobile gaming has further contributed to the decline of arcades. Although some arcades still exist, they are not as prevalent as they once were, and the experience of playing arcade games at the mall has become a nostalgic memory for many. Number 8. Carrying physical maps or printing directions. Navigating unfamiliar roads often meant carrying physical maps or printing out directions from a computer. People relied on atlases, road maps, and printed directions to find their way around cities and towns. The need for physical maps is diminished with the advent of GPS technology and digital maps on smartphones. GPS devices and mapping apps like Google Maps and Apple Maps provide turn-by-turn directions, real-time traffic updates, and alternate routes, making navigation more accessible and convenient. These digital mapping tools offer features like voice-guided navigation and points of interest, further enhancing the user experience. As a result, carrying physical maps or printing directions has become obsolete for most people. The accessibility and accuracy of GPS and digital maps have revolutionized how we navigate, allowing us to travel confidently and efficiently without the hassle of dealing with paper maps. Number 9. Dial-up internet. Back then, dial-up internet was the primary means of accessing the World Wide Web from home. Users would connect to the internet using a modem and a telephone line, resulting in that distinctive series of beeps and whirs as the connection was established. However, dial-up internet speeds were notoriously slow, with average download speeds ranging from 28.8 to 56 kilobits per second. Loading web pages, downloading file, and streaming media were often painstakingly slow processes. However, the landscape of internet connectivity changed dramatically with the advent of broadband and fiber optic internet connections. These high-speed internet technologies offer significantly faster download and upload speeds, ranging from megabits per second to gigabits per second. As a result, dial-up internet has become obsolete, unable to compete with the blazing fast speeds and reliability of broadband and fiber connections. Today, dial-up internet is a relic of the past, remembered fondly by those who endured the agonizingly slow load times of the early web. But not to forget, checking books out of the library using a card catalog was a very common practice back then. Do you remember it? Number 10. Checking books out of the library using a card catalog. Checking books out of the library involved using a card catalog, a system of organizing and locating books using index cards stored in drawers. Each card contained information about a specific book, including its title, author, and call number, which indicated its location in the library. Users would search the card catalog for books on a particular topic or by a specific author, then use the information on the card to locate the book on the library shelves. However, with the advent of digital technology, physical card catalogs have been replaced mainly by online library catalogs and databases. These digital systems allow users to search for books, journals, and other materials using keywords, titles, or authors from any internet-connected device. The transition to digital catalogs has made it easier and more efficient for library patrons to find and access the resources they need, eliminating the need to search through index card drawers manually. Nowadays, the days of flipping through the card catalog are a thing of the past, as libraries embrace digital tools to streamline the search process for users. Number 11. Watching movies on Laserdisc. Watching movies on Laserdisc was considered cutting-edge technology. Laserdiscs were large optical discs that could store movies and other video content, offering better picture and sound quality than VHS tapes. Despite their advantages, Laserdiscs never achieved widespread popularity due to their high cost and the emergence of competing formats like VHS. With the advent of DVDs, Blu-rays, and digital downloads in the 2000s, Laserdiscs quickly became obsolete. These newer formats offered smaller physical sizes, greater storage capacity, and improved picture and sound quality, making them more convenient and appealing to consumers. Also, streaming services like Netflix and Amazon Prime Video have further diminished the demand for physical media, as people increasingly prefer the convenience of digitally accessing movies and TV shows. Resultantly, watching movies on Laserdisc is now a relic of the past, remembered fondly by collectors and enthusiasts of vintage technology. Number 12. Using typewriters for typing documents. In the 1980s, using typewriters to type documents was common in offices, schools, and homes. Typewriters were mechanical devices that allowed users to type letters, reports, and other documents onto paper. Each keystroke would physically imprint a character onto the paper, creating a permanent record of the text. However, with the advent of computers and word processing software, typewriters have mainly been replaced. Computers offer more advanced features and functionalities, such as spell check, formatting options, and editing and revising documents efficiently. Word processing software allows users to save and share documents electronically, eliminating the need for physical copies. The transition from typewriters to computers has made document creation faster, easier, and more efficient, leading to the decline of typewriters in favor of modern technology. The era of typewriters might be gone, but listening to music on a Walkman still holds an immense nostalgia for many. Number 13. Listening to music on Walkman. During the 1980s, listening to music on Walkmans was ubiquitous, with people sporting these iconic portable cassette players while on the go. Walkman revolutionized how we enjoyed music by allowing us to take our favorite tunes wherever we went. Nevertheless, the rise of portable digital music players and smartphones has rendered the Walkman largely obsolete. Devices like iPod and later smartphones offer greater storage capacity, better sound quality, and the ability to organize and access vast music libraries easily. Digital music formats like MP3 made it possible to store and carry thousands of songs in a pocket-sized device, eliminating the need for bulky cassette tapes. Now, Walkmans have become a relic of the past, remembered fondly by those who grew up with them, but primarily replaced by the convenience and versatility of modern portable music players and smartphones. Number 14. Taking pictures with film cameras. Taking pictures with film cameras was the norm, with people using 35mm film rolls to capture memories. Film cameras required users to manually adjust settings like focus, aperture, and shutter speed, and each roll of film could typically capture around 24 to 36 exposures. However, with digital cameras and smartphones equipped with high-quality cameras, film cameras have been replaced mainly for everyday photography. Digital cameras offer instant previews and the ability to store hundreds or even thousands of photos on a single memory card, eliminating the need to carry multiple rolls of film. Smartphones have become increasingly popular for photography, offering convenience, portability, and the ability to share photos on social media instantly. While film photography still has its enthusiast and artistic appeal, the widespread adoption of digital technology has made film cameras less practical for everyday use, marking a significant shift in how we capture and share moments. Taking pictures with film cameras saw a shift, but what about the change those lead gasoline-powered cars and trucks worldwide faced? Number 15. Using leaded gasoline. Leaded gasoline was commonplace, powering cars and trucks worldwide. It contained tetrythyl lead, added to improve engine performance and prevent knocking. Concern about lead emissions' environmental and health hazards led to the phase-out of leaded gasoline. Lead is a potent neurotoxin that can cause serious health problems, especially in children, affecting brain development and cognitive function. Additionally, lead emissions from vehicles contribute to air pollution and environmental contamination. Many countries began phasing out leaded gasoline in the 1980s and 1990s, transitioning to unleaded gas and alternative fuels. Now, leaded gasoline has been largely eliminated from the market, replaced by unleaded gasoline and cleaner, more sustainable fuel options like ethanol and biodiesel. The phase-out of leaded gasoline marks an important milestone in environmental and public health efforts to reduce pollution and protect human health. Number 16. Watching drive-in movies. Watching movies at drive-in theaters was a popular and nostalgic pastime for many families and couples. Drive-in theaters provided a unique outdoor cinema experience where moviegoers could enjoy films from the comfort of their cars while surrounded by the open air. However, the popularity of drive-in theaters began to decline in the late 20th century due to factors such as the rising costs of land, competition from indoor multiplex cinemas, and advancements in home entertainment technology. The shift towards digital projection technology also posed a financial challenge for many drive-in theaters, as upgrading equipment was often prohibitive. While a few drive-in theaters exist today, they are far less common than in the 1980s. Despite their decline in popularity, drive-in theaters hold a special place in the hearts of movie buffs and nostalgic enthusiasts. However, was not participating in group aerobics classes all the rage in the 80s? Number 17. Participating in group aerobics classes like jazzercise. In the 1980s, participating in group aerobics classes like jazzercise was all the rage. People wore colorful leotards and leg warmers to groove to energetic music while getting a workout. These classes were famous for their fun and social atmosphere and their effectiveness in improving cardiovascular fitness and muscle tone. Over the years, group aerobics classes like jazzercise have declined in popularity, mainly due to the emergence of a wider variety of fitness options. Today, people can access many fitness trends and classes, ranging from high-intensity interval training and CrossFit to yoga and Pilates. Advancements in technology have made it easier for people to work out at home using online fitness programs and workout apps. While group aerobics classes still exist, they're no longer as ubiquitous as in the 1980s, as people have embraced diverse fitness activities to suit their preferences and lifestyles. Number 18. Reading newspapers in print at breakfast. Back then, reading newspapers in print at breakfast was a typical morning ritual for many people. They would sit at the kitchen table with a cup of coffee, flipping through the pages of their local newspaper to catch up on the latest news, sports scores, and community events. However, with the advent of the internet and digital technology, the prevalence of print newspapers has declined significantly. Many people get their news from online sources, such as news websites, social media, and mobile apps. These digital platforms offer instant access to breaking news updates, multimedia content, and interactive features, making them more convenient and accessible than traditional print newspapers. Online news sources often provide personalized content recommendations based on readers' interest and browsing history. As a result, reading newspapers in print at breakfast has become less common, replaced by the convenience and immediacy of digital news consumption. Number 19. Wearing neon spandex in public as casual wear. Wearing neon spandex in public as casual wear was a bold and trendy fashion statement embraced by many. Neon colors, along with tight-fitting spandex material, epitomized the vibrant and energetic style of the decade. People often pair neon spandex leggings or bike shorts with oversized sweatshirts or crop tops, creating eye-catching ensembles that turn heads everywhere they go. As fashion trends evolved over the years, the popularity of neon spandex as everyday attire waned. Today, fashion trends tend to favor more understated and minimalist styles, with neutral colors and looser silhouettes dominating the fashion scene. Neon and spandex may occasionally come back on fashion runways or theme parties, but they're no longer considered mainstream casual wear. The legacy of neon spandex is a nostalgic symbol of the vibrant and colorful fashion trends of the 80s, cherished by those who fondly remember the era of bold fashion choices. And number 20, using floppy disk for computer storage. In the 1980s, floppy disks were the norm for computer storage, with these iconic square disks serving as the primary means of storing and transferring digital data. Floppy disk came in various sizes, including the 5.25-inch and later the more compact 3.5-inch disks. They were used to store files, programs, and other digital content. Nevertheless, as technology advanced, the limitations of floppy disks became increasingly apparent. With their limited storage capacity and susceptibility to damage from magnetic fields and physical wear, floppy disks were gradually replaced by more efficient storage solutions. Modern storage options like USB flash drives and cloud services offer significantly larger storage capacity, faster data transfer speeds, and excellent reliability than floppy disks. USB drives and cloud storage allow easy access to files from any device with an internet connection, making them more convenient and versatile for today's digital needs. Consequently, the era of using floppy disks for computer storage has ended, and the convenience and efficiency of modern storage technologies have replaced it.